Hello friends, welcome to Super IT. This is my continuation of the previous video part 2 PHP. So in this video I will be speaking about Xampp. You may have heard of Xampp before, or if not, I will be explaining it today. So Xampp is an open source software developed by Apache friends. Xampp software package contains Apache distribution for Apache Server, MariaDB, PHP and Perl. These terms may all be new to you, but I will explain them briefly in this video. So moving on, basically a local host or a local server. The local server works on your own desktop or laptop computer. And as well as the use of Xampp is to test the clients or your website before uploading it to the remote web server. The Xampp server software itself gives you a suitable environment for testing MySQL, PHP, Apache and Perl project on the local computer. When moving on to explaining the Xampp and its full form and what it stands for, so let me continue. X stands for cross-platform. A for Apache Server, M for MariaDB, P for PHP and P for Perl. So, when explaining these individually, when speaking about the cross-platform, it means that it can run on any computer with any operating system. And MariaDB itself, you may have heard previously, if not, it is the most famous database server and it is developed by MySQL team. We all may know that PHP usually provides a space for web development, and as I mentioned in my first PHP video, PHP is a server-side scripting language. Lastly, Perl is known to be a programming language that is used to develop a web application. When speaking about the installation of Xampp, as you can see, I have mentioned the link here. It's www.apachefriends.org, and this installation process I will be explaining briefly. It is a simple and fast process, and once Xampp is installed on your local computer, it acts as a local server or a local host, as well as it has the ability that you can actually test the websites before uploading it to the remote web server, and the Xampp server software gives you a suitable environment to test MySQL, PHP, Apache and Perl application on a local computer. When moving on to installing Xampp, you can choose any web browser. I will choose Google Chrome. And this is how we will go to the web browser. So as you can see now, I have opened the web browser Google Chrome, and I will type in www.apachefriends.org and press enter. And then it redirects you to this page which says Xampp, and below here it says download, and Xampp for Windows, Xampp for Linux, Xampp for OS. So we will be installing Xampp for Windows, so click on it and it says download success, so it will redirect you to this page and you have to select where you want to save it. So I choose the desktop and then I press download, This will take a few minutes. Okay, it says it's completed. So now we will move on to the desktop itself. And there you can see this icon. This is the Xampp icon. You have to double click on it and it will load. Then this message box will pop up and it will mention, do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? So you have to click on yes. And wait a few seconds. Okay, another message question has popped up. So you have to continue with installation. You have to press yes again, click on yes and click on OK. And the setup for Xampp has started. So now you have to click on next and make sure that each one of these items are selected and ticked. So you can click on next again and then select a folder. I have already selected the C Xampp folder. So click on next again and next again and it says ready to install and you have to wait and then give next and it will automatically redirect you to the web browser to mention that it is successful. Okay, here you can see this. So again you have to minimize and go back to the desktop and go back to here and as you do this exam and still the setup is loading, it's installing. It may take around 9 to 10 minutes. It depends on your operating system. So you have to wait a few minutes. As you can see now, it has installed it successfully, the setup. So you can tick this box. Do you want to start the control panel now? And click on finish. And then it will redirect you to the control panel. So this, for the language, you have to choose this flag and then save it. And it should be redirecting you to the control panel. There you go. The control panel has opened. And in this, you should be opening. You should see this Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat. And you need Apache and MySQL. So those two you have to start and you have to wait till all of these get loaded. Okay, they successfully loaded. That's why they are in green. And you have to minimize this. Say for example, if you did not get the control panel for some reason, you may go to this C location and then click on Xampp and go to Xampp control, and then as I have shown you, the start Apache and MySQL, and that's how you do it. So after that, we will now be talking about how to install text editor or how to use Notepad. So actually Notepad is already given on Windows. If you're having a Mac, you will have text edit. And one of my favorite text editor is Notepad++, which can be installed from the web browser. I will show you how to do that as well. So you open Google Chrome. You type in www.notepad++ download, and you press enter, and as you can see, you can get this Notepad++ download, and you click on it. Then you can see this page, and this is the icon, Notepad++, and I prefer the newest version, so you can click on that. There you can see this is the 32-bit version, and then there's another one, the 64-bit version. So let me show you how to install the 32-bit version. You can click here on download, and it redirects you to the pre-download manager, and here I choose where it should be located. I choose desktop. It depends, you can browse on any folder you like, and press download. Okay, the download has completed, and we will move on to the desktop. Here you can see this icon. This is, you can double click on it and it will start. There will be a message box pop. It says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Click yes and choose a language. I choose English. Say okay. And then again you have to click on next on the setup, and you have to agree to all the terms, and you have to choose where it's located in the C program files. So I click next, and again you can create a shortcut on the desktop or not. If you don't need, I don't, so press install, and then it's done. So you have to press finish. click on finish. So this is what it's open. This is, you could close this and you can start working here on this Notepad++. So I will be showing you how to type in code using PHP on the normal Notepad. And as well as I will be showing you how to save the PHP file in your computer. So let's move on. This is how to code the hello world in PHP file, and I will show you all this practically. So you go into the search bar and you type in Notepad and click enter, and then you get this, and you can start in typing the PHP code. PHP and print. We will be coding to the hello world. So this is how you save. You have to go to file and then go to save as, and you have to make sure that you're saving it where you have put Xampp. So you go to the local disk C and then go to Xampp, and as you can see there's a folder called htdocs. You have to go there, click on it, okay, and then you can save your file name as, you can save it as anything. I save it as example.php. Remember to add .php. It's very important, otherwise it will not work. So save as, type as all files, and then go to save. So now let's go to local disk C and see if it's there. Go to Xampp and go to htdocs and see whether it's there. As you can see, it has been here. You can open it on Notepad. Okay, and you have to create a, you have to create a file and name the file as anything you like. I wish to say test. Okay, and then add this to the file. So you click on it and you move it to test. So that's how it's done. After that, you have to go to the web browser. I choose Google Chrome. As you can see now, I have opened this. So when referring to PHP, you must use, as I mentioned earlier, the local host. So you have to type in local host / okay, then I have to type in test and make sure that since I have saved the folder name as capital T, it's very case sensitive and you have to mention it as capital T, test, and then example.php. As I saved the coding on the notepad as example.php, and you have to press enter. And therefore, as you can see, we have mentioned hello world here. Here, this is the one we have typed in Notepad. It says hello world, and here in the web browser, as you can see, it says hello world. So that would be the end of this video. Thank you. Please subscribe for new updates and click the bell icon for new videos